Right now, somewhere in your home, your cat knows exactly where you are. He knew the second you walked into this room. He'll know the moment you leave it. You probably think he follows you because he loves you, or because he's hungry, or because he's just a little needy. You're wrong. Not completely, but close enough that the real reason is going to change the way you look at him tonight. Because when a cat shadows a person from room to room, he is not being clingy, and he is not bored. He is running a program written into his body long before he ever met you. An instinct his wild ancestors used to stay alive. And out of every living thing in his world, he has aimed it at one target. You. This isn't a list of cute little reasons. It's one answer, and it runs deeper than almost any cat owner ever realizes. Stay with me to the end, because the strangest part of all is what it means the day he suddenly stops. That's the part you actually need to hear. Let's clear away the explanation everyone reaches for first. Search online and you'll be told your cat follows you because he wants food. And sometimes, sure, he does. But watch him closely, and that story falls apart. He follows you into the bathroom where there has never once been food. He sits outside the shower and waits. He trails you into a room he has already walked through 100 times today. If this were really about a full bowl, it would switch off the second he was fed. It never switches off. So, if it isn't hunger, what is it? The answer starts with one idea from animal behavior science that most people have never heard, even though their cat is using it on them every single day. It's called co-regulation. Every mammal, including you, calms its own body by staying close to someone it trusts. Your heart rate, your breathing, the stress chemistry moving through your blood, all of it settles in the presence of a safe figure. A human infant does it with a parent. Your cat does it with you. Think about where he actually chooses to be. Not the warmest spot in the house, not the softest cushion. The room you happen to be standing in. When he walks in and simply lies down without asking for a thing, his body is quietly borrowing your calm. His nervous system treats you like a thermostat. Step close to you, and his internal temperature of stress drops a few degrees. He doesn't follow you because the office is interesting. He follows you because your presence is the switch that turns his alarm system off. He is carrying his sense of safety with him through the house. And that safety is you. Call it what it really is. You are his safe base. Now, this is the point where most people assume cats are simply using us, cold little roommates who put up with us for warmth and food. For a long time, that was the popular belief. Then, in 2019, a study from Oregon State University, published in the journal Current Biology, quietly took it apart. The scientists borrowed a test psychologists have used for decades on human babies. It works like this. A cat and his owner sit together in an unfamiliar room. Then the owner leaves and the cat is alone for 2 minutes in a place he doesn't know. Finally, the owner comes back, and everything depends on what the cat does in that reunion. A securely attached cat does something remarkable. He greets his person, settles quickly, and then reassured goes back to calmly exploring the room. The owner being there is enough to make a strange place feel safe. And when they counted, around 65% of cats showed exactly that secure pattern, the very same proportion you find in human infants. Let that sit for a moment. When your cat keeps returning to you, when a room only feels safe to him because you're in it, his brain is running the same attachment template a child uses with a parent. The kitten that was raised in your home didn't just get used to you, he bonded to you in a way evolution usually reserves for a mother. So put the cold roommate myth to rest for good. To your cat, you are not furniture. You are not a food dispenser. You are home base, the fixed point the entire map of his world is drawn around. And if this is already changing how you see your cat, go ahead and subscribe before we go further. This whole channel is built on what cat behavior actually means, not what we assume it means. Here's where it gets stranger. Following you isn't only about feeling safe, it's also how your cat reads the world. By reading you. In a moment of uncertainty, a strange sound, a new object in the hallway, a stranger at the door, Watch what he does. He doesn't stare at the thing that startled him. He looks at you. Behavior scientists call this social referencing, and they've watched cats do it in the lab. In one experiment, researchers placed a sudden, unfamiliar object near a cat and had the owner react to it. When the owner stayed relaxed, most cats took the cue and stayed relaxed too. When the owner looked alarmed, the cats grew wary and kept checking the person's face for what to do next. Read that again. Your cat is asking you, in real time, whether the world is safe. And to ask you, he has to be able to see you. So he follows. There's a quieter layer underneath it. Every time he whines between your ankles, bumps his head against your leg, or trails you into the next room, he is doing something deliberate. The glands in a cat's cheeks and forehead leave a scent you'll never smell. He is marking you with it and refreshing it over and over. In the language of cats, that shared scent means one thing: family. It means mine. He isn't invading your space. He is keeping you stitched into his. And notice when the following gets most intense. After you've been gone for hours, the instant you walk back through the door, he's at your feet, escorting you from room to room. That isn't him being dramatic. To a bonded cat, your return is the moment the world snaps back into place, and he stays close to make sure it stays that way. And now, the part that matters most. Your cat does not do any of this for everyone. Not for strangers. Not for the other animals in the house. A cat chooses, and then he commits, quietly, completely, to one person. So when he abandons a warm patch of sunlight, gets up, and pads down the hallway just to be in the same room as you again, understand what you are actually watching. Out of everything in his entire world, his nervous system has decided that the single safest place in existence is wherever you happen to be standing. Which brings us to the strangest part of all, the one I asked you to stay for. What it means when he stops. First, one important difference. There's a healthy following, the calm shadow who lies down near you and relaxes. And there's something else, a cat who paces, cries, and can't settle the moment you're out of sight. That second one isn't a safe base. That can be real separation distress, and it's worth taking seriously. But the cat this video is about, the quiet, contented follower, tells you the most by what he does next. Because a cat who has followed you for months or years does not quit without a reason. If your cat suddenly starts keeping his distance, hanging back, withdrawing, no longer turning up at your side the way he always did, pay close attention. Cats are built to hide pain. It is one of their oldest survival instincts. In the wild, looking weak gets you killed. So a cat who pulls away from the very person he once shadowed everywhere may be telling you, in the only language he has, that something is wrong. If that change comes on suddenly, a conversation with your vet is always worth having. His following was never nothing. Its absence isn't nothing either. But tonight he's still there. Right now, somewhere in your home, your cat knows exactly where you are. And now you know why. He isn't being needy. He isn't begging for food. Out of everything in his world, his body has done the quiet math and decided that the safest place on earth is the few feet of floor between him and you. He doesn't just live with you. He has built his entire sense of safety around your presence. He doesn't follow a roommate. He doesn't follow an owner. He follows you.